grand estate in old Bangkok, an appropriate place for a classic presentation.
I always think about the plays that I've known a long time and loved, and I've loved this play since I was a child, and I thought it would look nice in this venue, and I thought that we'd be able to cast it well. There is no mention of World War II. You will not know that the war is on.
The works of the greatest playwrights of the world, really, live on forever, but notably the works of Noel Coward, one of the greats of the 20th century, can be played indefinitely, it would seem, and here at the British Club, a perfect setting for a production over a number of nights by the Bangkok Community Theatre of Blithe Spirit. Turns out to be quite a big cast, doesn't it? Who is everybody?
There's 7 of us. I'm braiding right here. This is Lucy Elwood-Russell, who's playing our ghostly Elvira.
How does that feel?
It feels great. It's a spooky experience.
And she wears a wonderful, wonderful wig, so we're braiding her hair to hide it up inside the wig. To my left, Gary Norman, who's playing Charles. He is the husband sandwiched between one life living over there to your right, Ruth, and one wife dead here, Elvira, the ghost. And next to Gary is Jenny, who is playing Edith the maid, who causes all kinds of mischief, but you have to see the play to find out what. Behind Jenny is Paul Robert, longtime BCT member, who is playing Dr. Bradman.
Oh, you can tell at a glance he's a doctor, right?
Yes. The man with the gentle hands. And where's Louise? Right behind us. If you can turn the other way around.
Hi, Louise.
Louise Truslow, who's playing Mrs. Bradman, another very experienced BCT member.
This is a very nice production, I would imagine. A pleasure to be in, surely.
It is. It's fantastic. Yeah, I love Noel Coward. It's great fun. Beautifully written. The lines, the script hasn't dated at all, even though it's sort of set in the 1940s and written in the 1940s. It's just as funny now as it was then. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to introduce you to our last cast member, who's right over here, if you can pivot around.
You're the living wife, right?
I'm the living wife.
It's the only kind to be, isn't it?
It is. So I'm not very impressed when my husband's first wife is resurrected from the dead and comes and causes all kinds of havoc in my life. Not impressed at all.
But I'm sure you're very charming about it.
Oh, of course. Pipe down, you. Yeah, it's great fun.
Oh, tension in the cast already. Thank you very much, folks. Looking forward to what you can do on stage. Bye.
Thank you.
Where is Elvira at this minute?
On the stage.
Now you listen to me, Elvira. I wish to be perfectly honest with you.
Hold on to your hats, boys.
I admit, I did ask Madame Alcarte here with a view to getting you exorcised, and I think if you were in my position, you would have done the same thing, wouldn't you?
I shouldn't have done it so obviously.
What did she say?
Nothing, she just nodded and smiled.
That's very generous of you, Elvira. I would really rather there were no misunderstandings between us.
As it turns out, the British Club really does have a beautiful little showroom for these presentations. And the big play that we're here to see tonight will be kind of previewing, but it's still a very important occasion this evening, is it not? These are the co-producers.
Yes, it is, because we have a student audience tonight, and they're all high school children.
Yeah.
And it's part of their IB curriculum to come and watch plays, and then they critique it at the end. So it is very important.
Oh, it is very important to them. This is Anna, and this is Bonnie. Bonnie is wearing, I think, some stage makeup. You must be in it too.
A little bit, just a little bit. Yes, as Anna said, to the importance of it, it's our final dress rehearsal. So getting the feedback from the students is fantastic, because it means we can polish things before our actual performance take place. So it's important to them, and it's important to us.
And in this setting, of course, and for every play you do, you have to come up with a whole new set. This one is charming and perfect for the play itself, being Blithe Spirit.
Yes, absolutely. Well, different shows require different spaces, and the British Club is a fantastic venue for Blithe Spirit, being a British production, Noel Coward being a fabulous British playwright. But with other shows, we've gone to what's now the M Theatre. You know, for a big musical, we might go someplace else. We've performed at the Alliance Francaise, so we've used different spaces, but by far for this play, this is just a lovely setting for it.
Sure is, yeah.
This is my way.
Ooh, we are old friends. We meet coming in and out of shops.
Would you like a cocktail?
If it's a
dry martini, yes. If it's a concoction, no. Experience has taught me to be very wary of concoctions.
It is a dry martini.
How delicious. Oh, it was wonderful cycling through the woods this evening. I was deafened with birdsong. To it to woo, to it to woo. Cheers, cheers.
The set for Blithe Spirit is so attractive that I've taken the opportunity to sit in part of the furniture with the director, though, Mark Soebels, who is here.
This kind of theatre, which I recently saw described as comfortable theatre, or as I like to call it, a play with a fireplace. Give me a play with a fireplace, I'm always happy. Yes, it is old-fashioned, but I've chosen not to update the play. It was written in 1941 when there was a lot of death around, a lot of romantic love, also a lot of losing people. This play set during the war doesn't mention the war at all, and it's a very happy play, and Coward wrote it to keep everybody happy during the war. And I believe that the reality is a heightened reality that you enter through going back into the past, and you get to enjoy the costumes and the sets, the padded shoulders, the martinis. And also, of course, things have changed. I mean, we don't have servants that we talk down to anymore, at least most of us don't. And we mostly don't dress for dinner and have cocktails. That kind of life has really passed away, I think.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is a production that has been done many, many times in the past, and certainly this crew, casting crew, puts its own little spin on, so I think that you will enjoy it.